Hey everyone, welcome to Analyst World. In the previous lectures, we learned about Excel basic Excel interface and how to enter the data, format the data. In this video, we're going to learn about bit more advanced topics like cell reference. So let's learn about cell reference. There are three types of cell reference. One is relative reference, second is absolute reference, third is mixed reference. So what is cell reference? A cell reference refers to the cell, a single cell. Let's say this, when we refer to that cell, when we click to that cell, you see in the corner address of the cell is printed. You can see the address of the cell in the corner, C14. That means C is column and 14 is row number. Or it could be any range of cells from C1, let's say C2 to C13. This is any range of cell it could be. So that when we write a formula, Excel, inside that formula we can insert that reference or address of the cells, of range of the cells, so that Excel can understand which cells we are referring to, which cells data we are referring to. What is cell reference again? So cell reference refers to the cell, or it can be range of cells on a worksheet, can be used in a formula so that Excel can find the values or data that you want that formula to calculate. Let's write a simple function, some functions. So is equal to, always when you write a function start with is equal to, let's say sum, and select that range of cell and click enter. You see sum has come 91,597. So copy that. What you can do is again write sum and again copy that range of cell and enter. Instead of doing this, what you can do is copy that first sum function, control C, paste in the second, control V. You see again third, control V. In first, double click it, you can see the formula. It copies B2, it takes the range B2 to B13. And second, come to the second, it copies C2 to C13, automatically take C2 to C13. If you come to third, it automatically takes D2 to D13. The cell references that adjust itself when the cell is copied. You see, always come to that cell and add the range above. 12, there are 12 rows, add the 12 rows above. When you come to that, always 12 rows above, it automatically take that range of cells. So this is called cell references. Again sum, copy January data, enter. You see 25,195. You see little dot, hold there and drag down. If you click on that first sum formulas, you can see it takes B2 to D2. Left three columns it adds. When you come to the third rows, you see left three columns it automatically takes. This is called cell references. When we copy that function, it adjusted itself when cell is copied. That is called the cell references. Let's do another function, percentage. How you do the percentage? So that cell divided by total, right? That cell and divided by total. So let's do it, is equal to that cell divided by total. Press enter. This is approximately 7%. Now we are representing it in decimal format. Let's drag and copy that down. See, there is error. Why there is error? Let's analyze it. In first formula, it's take E2 by E14. So it takes that cell value by total value. In second formula, when you click it, it takes E15 because that cell value under that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 rows below, it will take the values. Why? Because in first formulas we takes that cell by 12 rows below the cell. In second formula it takes same that cell by 12 rows below the value of cell. When it E5, when we go to E5 there is no data, that's why it shows error. Let's say go to third, it's again 12 rows below that cell, no data, that's why it record. So in this case we can't use relative reference, in this case we have to use absolute reference. So we need to fix one particular cell, that cell is total, and every other cells will change but total will not change. Keep. So how to fix it, how to make it absolute? To make it absolute you can use dollar sign before E is column and 14 is rows. So before E write dollar sign and before 14 write dollar sign to make it absolute. Now click, now copy that data. You see there is no error because we fix that E4, make it absolute, and all the E3, E4, E5 this can change but we make it absolute. This is called absolute reference. So if you want to make relative to absolute reference you can press F4 key, or you can just manually write these dollar signs before that, it will make it absolute reference. There is another kind of cell reference, that is mixed reference, that is bit advanced. Let's say suppose you want to change column but not rows, but or you want to change rows not columns. So in that case you can use mixed reference. How to use mixed reference, let's learn about it. Let's say there is price, quantity, total and commissions. Based on this percentage we want to calculate tier 1, tier 2 and tier 3 commissions. So let's learn about it. We don't want to write functions or formulas over and over again. So one formula we write and drag down and copy that formula and drag down to populate entire cells, all the cells tier 1, tier 2, tier 3. So we don't want to write formulas over and over again. So let's learn about mixed reference. So any formula, so start typing is equal to, then go to price, that's before, then into that asterisk sign, then again quantity into tier 1 percentage is 10%, tier 2 is 20%, tier 3 30%. Okay, so tier 1 10%, but we want to copy that down and copyright. So let's learn about cell references. Here you can use that absolute reference, you can use relative reference, and you can use mixed reference. Here you can see the application of that. Before B you lock that cell. B represent columns, you lock columns not rows, because we want to change, as we come down we want to change rows not columns. Same for C, lock that columns but not rows. But when you come to E, lock rows not column, because we want to copy that in right. When you go to right we want to change this 10% to 20% to 30%, but we don't want to change. When we copy down we don't want to change columns. Coming to the E2 we don't want to change rows, because we drag down, we copy that functions down, that's why we don't want to change 2, that's why we put dollar signs before that. But we want to change column, go to 10% to tier 2 20% to tier 3 30%, that's why we put dollar signs before 2. So let's enter that functions. You see 8, that's percentage, drag down, copy that, same function, drag right, copy that and drag down again. You see populate, only writing by one single functions you can populate entire cells by just copying. Okay, learn about again, practice it, it will make sense when you practice more and more. It's bit advanced functions, once you start practicing you can learn it.